Fine. So the next topic that we are going to see is semi-supervised learning. So in the previous video, we have discussed about supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Now we are going to see what is the semi-supervised machine learning model. So what is supervised learning? Okay, with prior knowledge, if we are making the prediction or detection on unseen data, okay, on new data sets, that we call it as supervised learning model. Okay, with prior knowledge, with no prior knowledge or without any prior knowledge, if we are doing the if we are doing the clustering or grouping of similar data sets, okay, then that kind of learning model is called as unsupervised learning. Then what about this semi-supervised learning? It is in between supervised and unsupervised learning. Fine. Yeah, semi-supervised learning is a learning method that uses both labeled and unlabeled data. So this labeled data is used in supervised machine learning, and unlabeled data is used in unsupervised learning. So combining both the supervised and unsupervised, we have a learning model called semi-supervised learning. Fine. So as you can see the slide, only a small portion of the data is labeled, while most of it is unlabeled. Okay, so as you can see this diagram, we have a labeled data, unlabeled data, and the model is trained in such a way with both labeled and unlabeled data, and we do the predictions. Okay, so example, identifying fake reviews with the limited labeled reviews. So with the limited knowledge, with the limited labeled reviews, we should predict both unlabeled and labeled data. We should predict both fake news and the real reviews. Fine. So this kind of learning, so what is the main advantage of this semi-supervised learning? It is very much useful when labeling data is expensive or time consuming. And also this model uses both type of data to improve learning accuracy. Definitely, since we are using both supervised and unsupervised learning algorithm, definitely it would increase it is time consuming. No, it's not time consuming. It will give you more faster time to predict the data sets. Fine. To predict the samples. Fine. Okay. So let me show you the real-time examples of semi-supervised learning. So here we have medical imaging. So few X-rays, MRI scans labeled by doctors plus many unlabeled scans used to train disease detection. Okay, we have a set of only MRI or X-rays images which will be labeled by doctors, and most of the X-rays and MRIs are unlabeled scan. But then by having the knowledge of labeled X-rays and MRI scans, we should be able to predict this unlabeled scan as well. So this kind of learning model is called as semi-supervised learning. Okay, let me give you another one real-time example for semi-supervised learning. Here we have a face recognition system. So only some photos have names, labels. Many unlabeled photos are there to improve recognition. Okay, so only certain photos will labels be given to the model, and the remaining unlabeled photos have to be recognized by the model itself. Okay, so in order to improve the performance, in order to improve the accuracy, in order to reduce the time taken to train the data set, we have the semi-supervised model which will do the prediction with both labeled and unlabeled data. Right? So this is the real-time example for semi-supervised learning algorithm. Fine.